What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today my hair looks a little big. Anyway, today I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. A lot of you guys kind of asked for this when I posted on my Instagram what videos I should do, and you guys should definitely follow me on Instagram because a lot of things go down on there, and if I don't vlog stuff, you guys can still keep up with my life over there kind of. So I asked you guys to ask me questions for a Q&A because I haven't done one in a while. So we're just gonna chill. I got some chips. I thought I had dos y locos left and I was gonna eat some preparados, but I didn't even have any of the chips, so we're just eating chips regularly. Okay, so a lot of people are asking me about my nail business and my nail journey, and I kind of want to clear this up really quickly because a lot of people have even been asking me to do their nails or where am I located and stuff. So I did start doing my own nails. I just did them today. I just did a white set because I'm going to a Bad Bunny concert next week. I mean 2 weekends, in 2 weekends. So I'm gonna do my nails next week. And again, I was just getting bored of my last set. I didn't really like it and it was bothering me. I get OCD with my nails. So I didn't do anything super crazy because I'm gonna do them cuter for Bad Bunny next week, or yeah, next week, so that I can have them done next week. I don't know how to explain it, but just to clear the air, I'm not doing other people's nails. I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the passion for it. I just started doing my own nails because I like having my nails done. I've been getting my nails done back to back for two years or 3 years, and honestly it's a lot of money and I could do them myself. So I did start doing them myself, but I'm not doing other people's nails, not starting a business, nothing like that. So just clearing the air with that first, because I know that that's something you guys have been wondering. If you guys follow me on Instagram and following my journey, my nail journey or whatever, just so you guys know, not doing other people's nails. Sorry to disappoint. Somebody asked, what do your parents think of your relationship with being so young? So if you guys don't know, I got into my relationship when I was 15. I am now 17, so we're pretty young. High school love, you know, the vibes. We started dating in freshman year and now we're juniors together. So my parents actually are younger. They had me younger and they got together younger. My mom and dad did already live together around my age, due to their own personal problems, and they were serious and they were together for a long time and they started dating super young. So I think that they kind of understand. My parents are separated right now, so they do kind of have their own separate opinions, and from what I know, I mean, they're pretty happy. They accept my relationship and they're all for it because, like I said, they're younger, they're more understanding, and they're way more understanding because they know what it's like. So yeah, they're super supportive. That's it. Someone asked how I deal with anxiety at school because they said they have the worst anxiety at school. Honestly, I have days where my anxiety is worse than others, but there's some days where I literally can't feel my body how nervous I am for no reason. Even just turning in a piece of paper in the front of the room, or getting up to go get something, or getting up to ask the teacher something, it takes so much in me, and sometimes I'll just be sitting there, my body would just go numb because I'm just have so much anxiety for no reason. I get super awkward around people. I'm not a people person. Anybody that I'm friends with will tell you that I'm super awkward. I am not good with human interactions at all. I'll literally just start laughing for no reason. So I'm not the person to be asking you how to deal with your anxiety, honestly. But something I do have, I do kind of do when I feel like I'm having kind of an anxiety attack, is focusing and really trying to ground yourself back to where you are now. So it's 3 things you can see, 3 things you can smell, and 3 things you can touch. So just name those out in your head. It'll kind of get your mind off things. Also, I get really bad anxiety when I'm in cars. Yeah, I don't know, cars just give me super bad anxiety, so that's something I also do when I'm getting anxiety, just so I'm not paying attention so much. If you're ever in a car with me, you know I'm always looking around, making sure that the car is fine and every other car around it is good, because driving is scary and people do not know how to drive. Oh my god, somebody asked me what's one trendy thing you've done and regretted. honestly, the hot Cheeto girl phase, I never acted like a hot Cheeto girl. Like, I was never confrontational. I was never super like, oh, I'm gonna beat that girl up, whatever. I was never really like that, but I did look like one. You know, the hoops, the edges, like all that, like just like things that I do not want to go back into. And honestly, my attitude was really ugly too. Yeah, it's just like, we all go through it. Boys too. Boys be going through their hot Cheeto girl phase. Someone asked me, am I the oldest? Or do I have any other brothers and sisters? I am the oldest. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. 2 sisters from my dad's side, 2 brothers from my mom's side. I do live with my 2 brothers, so that's who I kind of deal with more. And being an older sibling, check in on any older siblings that you know, because we are literally not okay. Older siblings kind of take up the part of like being a parental figure to your other siblings, or like a role model, kind of, I guess you could say, to your other siblings. And you kind of take up that role really early on. I stopped being the only child when I was 5, so yeah. And being a girl, you know, I just have that instinct to like take care of people, and I take care of my brothers a lot, and they come to me a lot, and especially my little brother. I feel like he's like my child, literally. So yeah, I am the oldest sibling, and I feel like se nota because the way I am with other people is kind of the, like, you would know I'm an older sibling. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I'm very controlling. I'm like a control freak, and I'm also like a neat freak, and I'm very bossy, not gonna lie. Like, if you ever do like a school project with me, God bless you, like I will do all the work, so lucky for you, but that's just because I want it to go my way. But I will literally like flip out if you're not doing things the way that I want it to be done. That's just how I am. I have a vision for myself, and if it doesn't go that way, then you know. This one's a good one. This one says, what advice would you give your younger self? So any like younger viewers watching me right now, I'm a pretty wise girl. In my 17 little years of life, I've experienced a lot of things and learned a lot of things. One thing about me, only gotta learn once. I will never make the same mistake again. I'm a very quick learner when it comes to lessons, friendships, relationships, all that stuff. All the mistakes that I made in the past, I will not make again, and I stand by that. But if there was one piece of advice that I could give to myself, is that honestly, to let people go. I had a lot of toxic relationships and friendships in my past, and they never made me feel great. They always made me doubt myself. And honestly, let go of toxic people and work on yourself, and really believe that you are enough, and really work on your, like, my own self-esteem. Kind of just like not worrying so much about what other people think about you and what other people make you feel about yourself, and just kind of ignore that and be your own person, kind of. And if you guys do know, I do have a tattoo. It says yo hago lo que me da la gana. It's the acronym. That's like Bad Bunny's, you know, phrase, whatever, yo hago lo que me da la gana. And the way I kind of interpreted that phrase was like, well, for you guys who don't know, yo hago lo que me da la gana means I do whatever, like whatever I want, basically. And you know, you might hear that and be like, oh, like, okay, like what could that mean? But honestly, I spent my whole life being such a like, this is also gonna be like a what's the meaning of my tattoo, because a lot of people always ask that. So now I'm going on to like, I'm kind of like switching, like it's kind of a 2-in-1 question. But the meaning of my tattoo for me means that, you know, I used to really live for other people. I would want to only please other people, and I'd want to be who I thought those people wanted me to be, you know? So as I'm growing up and as I'm finding myself and who I really am, and learning my own lessons through my own, you know, experiences, I kind of needed to learn how to do what I wanted to do and how to be the way I wanted to be, and not let nobody influence the way that I thought about myself or other people or certain situations or certain, you know, activities or whatever. Like, kind of just doing things for yourself and doing what you want to do and being around the people you want to be around. Don't waste your time on negative people. If you don't want to be around them, like, then don't be around them. There's just so much. It means just so much, you know. And butterflies, honestly, this is super. I have butterflies on my tattoo too. It says yo hablo con la gana and the butterflies. And honestly, this is sounds cheesy, but the butterflies represent growth, because I've come such a long way, and I amaze myself. Honestly, I don't give myself enough credit of how far I've came along in life, and I'm completely different than who I used to be. It just symbolizes growth, because, you know, butterflies, they go into their cocoon. The caterpillars, they go into the cocoon, they hatch or whatever, and then they fly away and they blossom and they thrive, you know. But you gotta go through that ugly phase of being a little caterpillar and being in that little ugly cocoon, and over time you become this butterfly, you know. So I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but it does, like, really resonate with me, and I love butterflies. So yeah, that's what my tattoo means, and that's something I would, like, kind of give advice to my younger self, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. Somebody asked relationship advice and how to not be toxic with each other and maintain a healthy relationship. So, coming from somebody who was in a toxic relationship for about 3 years and moved on and turned around and a couple months later got into a relationship that was the complete opposite of what that past relationship was. Super healthy, like, honestly unbelievably healthy. I would like to say that I know quite a bit about toxic relationships and healthy relationships and things like that. I'm not perfect in my relationship. I make mistakes still. You know, we work through them, but there's so much I can say about this. Communication, obviously, yada yada yada, you already know all that stuff. Communicate with each other. If something's bothering you, let the other person know. They can't read minds. I kind of struggle with that sometimes, but, you know, gotta do it. Gotta put your pride aside, gotta do it. Kind of just have to understand the other person, and don't always act on your emotions. Like, if that person makes you really mad, if you can, just stay calm and kind of work through it with them before you make it a bigger deal than it needs to be, you know, because sometimes things just seem so big, but you just have to let that person explain, and then everything's better. I don't know, like, I feel like it's kind of easier for me to tell you guys if you give me, like, a specific situation, but honestly, just be gentle, kind with each other, treat them how you want to be treated, don't ignore them, communicate with them, just, like, don't be toxic. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, you know, do your part and make sure they're doing their part, and be really open about how you're feeling, and be like, hey, you know, like, I really don't like when you do this, can you, like, do this next time? Like, you know, like, just don't bring so much negativity into the relationship. When that person does something you don't like, try not to, like, result to, like, screaming, crying, throwing up. Like, like, let them know, like, straight up, like, hey, like, I didn't really like when you did this. Next time, can you do this? Like, you know, I mean, they can't really get mad at you if you're being all nice to them, you know, and letting them know. And if they are, then girl, you better run, because should not be getting mad at you for the way you feel. You should be understanding. A lot of you guys are asking a lot of questions about me and my boyfriend, and I'm gonna wait to do a Q&A with me and my boyfriend so you guys can ask me these questions with him. So I'm kind of just gonna answer questions about me right now. I get this question a lot too, and it's like tips on how to become an influencer. I know I'm like a micro influencer, I'm like nobody, but I am kind of in the realm. I kind of have my toes dipped in the water here, and honestly, don't give up, guys, because there was a time where I filmed on my phone, edited super crappy, uploaded with, like, thumbnails made off literally, like, Snapchat, and got, like, 3 views. Okay, so remember, you all start somewhere, and I wouldn't be at 100,000 subscribers, and I wouldn't have this many supporters if I didn't upload those videos and got 3 followers. Honestly, it was those 3 subscribers that carried this. Like, they carried it, honestly. You gotta don't be shy, honestly. Funny because I found like old videos that I used to like pretend to make on my iCloud the other day, and I was watching them, and it was so cute watching my little self, you know, do all these like pretend YouTube videos, and like here I am now. Like, it's just super cool. I would have never thought. I remember like my old friends that were pretty toxic to me, I did cut them off like this year or last year, and it was like pretty hard for me. I talked about it like before, like my friendships and stuff. It was like the last friendship I actually had. It was the longest one I've had too. But I remember they made like a YouTube channel together, and I felt really left out because I was like, oh my god, like that was back when like All Too Well and like all those group YouTube channels were like really big, like back in like elementary school for me. And I was super hurt that I wasn't part of it, and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna be like the next millionaires and I'm not gonna be part of it, and I want to be part of it. And it was just so funny looking back at it now, like where I am now, and I'm super blessed. And yeah, so just like don't give up and don't feel embarrassed. I didn't even really have a following. Like, I was always kind of known at school. I think when I first started YouTube, I think I had like 1,000 followers, which if you come from like a little, not a small town, but if you come from like, you know, a little city or whatever, and you like, that's kind of a lot of followers for somebody, you know, like 1,000, pretty like, but it was like barely 1,000. But like, so like I knew people, but like not a lot. I started posting on YouTube, and I kept posting, and then it was just kind of fun and games until I started getting a following. And I remember, I think it's when I hit like, I don't know, it was like 5K or something, is when I started to realize like, oh my god, like people are finding me from YouTube and following me on Instagram. And I kind of like tied those together, and then that's when I kind of started talking to my Instagram about it. But like I said, I already had like 1,000 prior followers that were from like my town and from my school and stuff. So I was kind of embarrassed to say anything, but like until I kind of started like blowing up a little bit more. I had a video that blew up. So once that happened, that's when I kind of started combining all my social medias, and then that's when I started like promoting my YouTube channel on my Instagram. And a lot of people did not know, even if they went to my school, they didn't know I had a YouTube channel until I started posting about it. So I kind of kept it a secret for a little bit. If that makes you feel better, like, then just keep it a secret for a little bit. But just believe in yourself, you know. Like nowadays it's like so common to be an influencer. Like, I don't really think people will make fun of you, and if they do, you know what, don't let them ruin your chance. A lot of people are asking me, which is so sweet that a lot of people are asking this question. It's such a simple question, but a lot of people have been asking me how I've been. And honestly, my life has been a roller coaster, like, of emotions. Like, actually, just a couple weeks ago, I had a full day where I would just bawl my eyes out over everything and anything. And for like that week, I felt kind of lost. I felt kind of everywhere. And I kind of always have like these little like moments. I always have like these moments in time where I just don't feel my best. Right now, I feel like I'm doing okay. Like, I'm doing good, but I'm not doing great. Like, if that makes sense. I was doing terrible, and now I'm doing good. So that's better than, you know, being terrible. I just wish I can be great again. And it's a series of things that like add up and pile up to me, you know, feeling this way. But it's just like a lot of issues, and, you know, teenage hormones, and life hitting, and reality settling in. You know, you have this dream for yourself, and reality sets in, and it's not gonna happen. So it kind of just sucks. Nonetheless, I'm very blessed to be where I am today. I know that everything will figure itself out, and that good things, only good things, will come to me. Everything I deserve will come to me, and I just gotta wait for it to happen. Let life take its path, because life has taught me multiple times over and over again that things have to get worse before they get better. It's not an easy path, but everything bad that has happened in my life has led to something good, and everything good in my life would have not been possible if I didn't go through the bad. So really, just I kind of get lost, and I kind of self-sabotage myself in always wanting more, and not thinking it's not enough, or I'm not enough. and not really appreciating how far I've came, and not really acknowledging the present, and just wanting more and wanting better, when, you know, I've gotten so much better and I just like don't realize it because I'm so focused on getting better and better and better. I'm just an overachiever. I'm just a person who wants so much, and when I don't have it, it just really stresses me out and it brings me down a lot. So I'm just working on, you know, being proud of myself for where I am now and the journey that made me where I am now. So yeah, that's pretty much. I'm sorry I'm blabbering so much, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.